All right. So it sounds like a wind tunnel in here. Like, anyway, I am getting ready to go down to the beach, and I don't know if there will be a Sunday vibe on tomorrow. For shining your light on me. Hallelujah. And not just my body. All right, so I'm going to, don't know how to be. Since I had someone who loves me faithfully. I'm going to twist my hair and I'm going to talk a little bit of shit. Talk a little bit of shit. Whoa, whoa, baby. Putting all my bracelets on. I got all my crystals with me. Okay. Now, I didn't really come prepared for shit because when I got here, I think I'll go this way. I went ahead and, oh, you know what? I need a rubber band. One day it really happened. Don't look at my butt. Okay, so I didn't come prepared. So all I have is lotion. I'm gonna use it. And I got some rubber bands. And like I said, I'm gonna go this way. And it's not a whole lot of light in here, so it's gonna be what it is, baby. I ain't about to be tripping. I didn't bring no combs. I did not come really prepared. Like, I brought clothes, but like I didn't bring any pajamas. And then, so I've been recording this video diary, like vlog thing. And I have been telling those watchers, like pretty much a couple times a day, that like I got my period and I wasn't prepared for it. So, yeah, we're gonna be using lotion. We're gonna be using lotion to get this going, to get this done. And it's okay, I'm just going to the beach. It's not like I'm going to anywhere important. I mean, so this is fine. And also, like, yeah, it's a moisturizer, so it's totally fine. So what do I want to talk about? Okay, a couple things. I want to talk about that girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, one. I just feel like, go to my website. Like, send people to my website. Send people to my website. You don't have to inbox me to tell me that somebody needs help. Like, I know niggas need help. Shit. But go to my website. Like, that's the easiest way for you to say, hey, I need help. Like, there is a whole form that you can fill out that says, I need help. Anyway, I want to talk about that girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, because I feel like people yesterday were really being kind of insensitive, you know, in regards to what happened with her. If you don't know, she got dinged for using marijuana. And so she may not be able to go to the Olympics. And so people were like, you know, we were really rooting for you, and like, my problem with that is, yeah, root for her, you know, want her to do well, but like, she is an individual, you know, she's her own person. And to be honest, like, is she really responsible for making sure that you feel like America gives a fuck about you, or that you have like American representation. No. You know, that girl just wants to run. She wants to run. So this is not going to stop her from running. That's one thing. And then she can also still go to the Olympics in the next 4 years or whatever. 8 years, whatever. She's only 21. And also, it's like, when you're really gifted, it's not easy to carry those gifts. It's overwhelming, and it comes with mental health struggles. Not even gonna fucking lie about it. And a lot of people use marijuana or other drugs to cope with being magic. I know I did, because I'm magic, like a motherfucker. But I mean, it's not easy. And there's a lot of people who are like, well, she should have done this, and how could she mess this up? It's not easy. And she may be dealing with some kind of self-sabotage that is encouraging her to make choices that will keep her from her greatest expression. And that is what happens. You know, we participate in self-sabotage or things that deter us in our physical life from what's going to bring us our greatest spiritual growth too, you know. So give the child some grace. Like, we still think you're okay and valid, and you still ain't left that man alone that ain't treating you right. You know, you still sabotaging yourself when it comes to what you're supposed to be doing, whether or not you're supposed to be working in that job or doing something else. We still love you. No different. It's really not different. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about karma, because I think this could tie into that too, actually. So I had a session yesterday with my hypnotherapist, and we did a past life regression. And oh my God, there was so much there that really is going to help me, because, you know, I really am in a space where I am ready for a romantic relationship with a fella, somebody's son, as they say. But I had some blockages when it comes to like letting somebody love me, letting somebody close to me, wanting to actually get married, you know, having a relationship quote unquote complete, because I didn't want to be trapped. And I was sharing this in one of those videos for that vlog this morning. Oh Lord. And it was like, in the past life, okay, as I went to one, I asked myself for information that will help me right now today. And in a past life, I was an entertainer of some sort, or somebody with some artistic skill. And I met a man who married me and then began to abuse me. So the block is in trusting that that won't happen again. And the way for me to overcome it is for me to choose myself in all the situations. You know, just like I've been doing, trying to write that song, Fearless Treasure, because I am a fearless treasure. I'm a treasure, but I'm not afraid to stand by myself. I don't need you. I want you in my life, but I don't need you. And, you know, in the past, in times past, women who found themselves in relationships with men who didn't treat them very well didn't have a lot of options in regards to, you know, what their next steps were, whether or not they could leave, and all this different stuff. So, I mean, I have the ability right now. I live in a time in which I don't have to be imprisoned. So I have to do my work, which is to stand on my own. And then it came to me that, you know, we always want to be seen as the nice person, or I don't want to hurt anyone, and I don't want to, you know, be the one that's like, no, you know. But the truth is like, you know, we're all carrying some karma that we owe for. And, you know, you don't have to believe in karma, like in regards to like the swing back, but oh my gosh, there's so much hair. But anyway, but we all have some karma that we have to owe, that we're owing for. And so when you decide that you're not going to do your work, you know, you don't want to be mean to somebody or whatever, like you're stopping their lesson from coming through, you know, and that's not your job, to make sure that they don't get their feelings hurt, or that they don't feel what you say, you know, like they might need that. Could be that you saying what you say or behaving how you're planning to behave is going to be the catalyst for their exponential growth. So if you don't do it, then you are hindering their own soul advancement. So I just feel like we should never be afraid to speak up. You know, like maybe your karma is in you never used your voice before, like mine. Maybe you always hid your voice or shrunk or felt like you weren't able to live out loud or speak or whatever. And the karma is in everything in this life, kind of matches up and aligns with that. And, you know, now your work is for you to do the opposite of that. Use your voice, speak up. And, you know, this person that maybe you don't want to say no to, or you don't want to flex on, could have always been an asshole. So now is the time for them to atone for that. And they're going to come to that atonement through you flexing on them. So if you don't flex, or you don't speak up and use your voice, they're not going to learn their lesson. They're going to keep doing it. You know, maybe you're the teacher right now. So don't be afraid to express yourself, you know. And then I feel like there was something else. There it is. Okay. So y'all know I wrote the Trigger Transmutation Guide, and I encourage everybody to get it. It's only $10.54, and it's a really quick and easy read. Everybody that's reading it is talking about how, you know, how much information is in there, and how powerful it is. And it's just really, really small, simple, and straight into the point. And that's how I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be like heavy duty. I wanted it to be lightweight, but I wanted it to do deep work, because that's how I do. I'm like, what's the easiest way to get this done? And so that's what we did. Anyway, so I was outside at the beach, and I was watching the waves, and there was like this little piece of garbage, and it kept pushing it closer and closer to the shore. And I was like, why isn't it taking it into the water? And it wasn't until I went over and picked it up and threw it on top of the water that it went away. And it's kind of like that. Like, you're going to get triggered by the things until you do the work. And, you know, your triggers are linked sometimes to your karmic past. So it's important for you to do the work to transmute the triggers, to turn the pain into love, turn the triggering, turn that into power. This is like all kinds of off right here, but we still gonna do it anyway. Yeah, so, you know, until you do right by me, everything you do is gonna fail, head ass. But it's the truth. Like, until you really look at the trigger, everything that reminds you of it, the experience, the thing, the person, the love, the whatever, is going to trigger you and send you flying. So just fucking do the work, you know? And in the Jupiter expanding readings, I'm just giving the truth there. Like, okay, well, here's where you're expanding. Here's where your soul has chosen to expand. Here's where this current transit is affecting you. How can you use both right now to level up and to expand? You know, and if you listen to what I'm saying in it, you will grow. And, you know, if it comes to the point where you know, have the reading and you're like, well, I don't know what to do, just ask me. Because I have tools for everything. I have tools for everything. And the reason why is because I have gone through the entire zodiac wheel, and I have worked in each place on what needs to be worked at in order for me to complete. So that's why it was important for me to have this past life regression, because I was like, I feel blocked in this place. And I know it's for me to have love, but I want to do it the right way. You know, I don't want to fuck it up again. And the key is in putting myself first. And for me to be my primary partner, but also that just means I'm putting God first, because God is inside of me. So that is the vessel of the mother, the father, you know. So I want to honor myself because I am carrying God. Okay, not. And so I think that's the most important thing. And I'm just glad that I figured that out. With help, of course, because I couldn't have done it without the hypnotherapist. I probably could have, it would have taken me a while. And the thing about doing it like that is that your ego mind, your ego, the ego that's controlling your everyday or whatever, gets out of the way, because it can't jump in the way, you know, because you're in a more meditative and relaxed state. So you have no choice but to see it and feel it. And I had to speak things that I was triggered by. And I told her, like, even during the session, I said out loud, this is very triggering. And I was crying, but like when you're doing those sessions, like when you cry, it's like just tears. It's not like, oh my God. It's just tears, because it's just the energetic body, the emotional body letting it out. It's not, oh my God, I have to overly feel about this. Oh, I have to super cry about this. You know, you really don't. Like whenever you see something that you want to heal, you follow the trigger to the root or whatever. You don't have to fall into a pit of depression. Like that's not a requirement for healing. That's not a requirement. We just are used to it. Oh, I'm scared of this. I don't want to do this. And then once you look at it, then you're like, I'm gonna have to lay down for a week because the truth came out. Head ass. The truth came out. The truth came out, and now I'm ashamed. You know, but why? And other people also experience these things. So like share with somebody. That's the point of finding your authentic voice, especially as a person who's making creative content. Like your specific journey is going to touch the persons who are to walk with you, and you are their leader. So you cannot be telling someone else's story. You cannot be telling the story from a place that you're not at, because your people cannot find you. Imagine standing in the forest, because it's like we're all in the forest. Imagine standing in the forest and here is you and here are your people right here behind you, but you want to act like you're right here So you're talking from over here, but these people have already done the shit that you have not yet done. So they know this ain't our teacher. You're not our teacher. The people you're supposed to lead are right behind you. So that's why you have to be honest. You know, like I can't show up and be like, yeah, I'm the 6-figure coach's coach, because that's not me. That would be inauthentic. That wouldn't be right, and people wouldn't fucking buy it because it wouldn't be real, and I wouldn't sell it because it wouldn't be real. It's important to me that I do exactly what I'm doing, where I'm doing it at, and I'm honest about it. Now, I can help creatives, of course, produce their products and free themselves from hell, because that's what I've done. And that's why I say I've done it, because I've done it. And, you know, we just got to be okay with being where we are in the moment. Like, I couldn't be like, I know everything about marriage. I don't know shit about that shit. I don't know shit about that. Now, I know about relationships, period, because I know how to relate to others. But I don't know nothing about no damn marriage. I hope to one day. But, you know, I'm just trying to be authentic and transparent and real. Like, I think that's the most important thing that you can do. That's the most important thing that you can do. One time I helped my baby daddy produce a song off of this beat. And I made him an album cover. To say. All right, now I'm getting into my flow. I'm almost done. I'm gonna have to get some breakfast. But first, I'm gonna brush my teeth and put my lipstick on. It has taken me a long time, I feel like, to get ready today. Because I did this really long morning vibe where I was working on some music and just trying to decide like what songs I was wanting to work on. And, okay, hairball that stuck to the bottom of that. But I feel really free. Like, ideally, this is how I would spend my time. Yes, looking at myself and doing my hair, but also just making music. You know, because I feel like that's really where I like to live, in that space. I love coaching too, but I really, really enjoy making music. So I just want to make that one of my primary functions this year, the rest of the year. Because I feel like now we've got the time, and now we've got the space, and now we're expanding. And my expansion is taking place in my 10th house, which is where my midheaven is, which is my public-facing persona, but also my ideal career. And it's in Pisces, of course, because, you know, we're talking about expansion where Jupiter is going to be expanding. So I'm a healer, and I can do that through music, or I can do that through coaching. I could do it through writing. You know, I have nothing but space and opportunity right now. So, I mean, I'm here to help y'all, but I can't help you if you're hiding or you're acting like you don't need help. Because just like you wouldn't be able to see me if I was talking about being in a place where I wasn't, or I was scared to talk about my truth or what I know how to do, I can't help you if you don't admit that you need help, or that you're not willing to show up. Because, you know, when we started riding the bridge, and it was so funny because yesterday in the therapy session, when we went back to the past life, she was like, "You're going to walk down a path to a rainbow bridge." And I was like, "Bitch, I am going across a rainbow bridge," because that's what we're doing in the group coaching later this month. And I was like, this is synchronicity. This is just synchronicity. And it was beautiful. And it didn't make me cry, but it made me feel like confirmed, of course, that I am doing what I'm supposed to do. And me doing what I'm supposed to do brings me everything that I need, in addition to everything that I have asked for, because I'm doing my work. I'm doing my work. I'm serving. Like, I'm just using this fucking body. If I decided that I was going to make all the decisions like I was before, oh my God, I would be miserable and I wouldn't be doing what I'm supposed to do. But ever since I said I am going to allow my spirit to guide me and complete my soul mission over here, my life has just changed dramatically. I feel so much different, you know, and I'm able to leave things alone that don't serve me. I'm able to say no to things. Like, I'm on vacation at an all-inclusive resort and have not been drunk one time. Like, that is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Like, I used to have 0% self-control when it came to alcohol. I would have to be obliterated, but it was how I coped with trauma. So once you clear your energetic body and you start dealing with the trauma through following your triggers, I'm not gonna not say that again because it is the honest to God truth. Just like my hair here, there's a root on the trigger. You have to get there. You have to get there. You have to get there to get it up. You cannot cover it up, and you can't work from the tip. Like my mama used to say whenever I would be getting ready to comb my hair, because I started trying to do my hair by myself very early, and one thing she always said was, make sure that you comb it from the root. You gotta detangle it from there, and then you comb outwards instead of trying to comb from the top down. So no different, you know. But once you do that, you can live a different life. You're not controlled by those things that used to be your bad coping mechanisms, you know. And it's progress to even acknowledge, okay, this is a problem, and I need to do something different here because this is unhealthy, and it's going to kill me, you know, because I absolutely would have killed myself. I would just drink myself to death. And the sad thing is that, like, it was a family thing, you know, a generational thing. And my dad stopped drinking, but he didn't fix because he didn't do his astro work. He didn't do his guidance that he really wanted to do. Like, I mean, he was always telling my sister what she was going to have to cope with, or he was always reading us in some kind of way, but he didn't do his work for the collective because he did not have his bravery. He felt like, you know, some type of way about doing it, I guess. But that's why, like I've said, I'm doing it for me and I'm doing it for him. I'm not just doing it for myself. So when I do my readings, I am channeling my ancestors, my daddy, and the people who came before him that had the skills that we both possess. So I ain't just showing up here like I know how to do this. Like, this is in my blood. This is in my blood, okay? So if I was you, I would go ahead and click the link in the caption of this post, get you a Jupiter expanding reading. They only $34. That's a number that is associated with the planet of Jupiter. And when you do that, you will get a free trigger transmutation guide. Now, if you decide you don't want me to read you, you don't want me to know all your business, that's fine. You still need the book. You still need the book. And if you decide you do want to read it, and after you finish getting your reading, you don't know what to do with what I told you, you need to check one of my other resources, because I'm pretty sure that you'd probably be ready to raise your vibration. So you can take that course, Raise Your Vibration and Find Joy Now. I made everything available for y'all because I want you to be well. I really do. But unfortunately, I am only one person, and I cannot sit and talk to everybody all day. And do not really at this point want to, because I want to sing songs. So I made it available for y'all. Y'all check it out. And do your work. Let's put some of this on my arms. Do your work. Do your work so that you can be free. Like, I promise you, it is a lot easier to live in this life whenever you realize that, first of all, the things that are taking place in your life are for your growth, not your detriment. You're not being punished. You are being asked to expand. If you don't get your ass out of the way, this one fucking twist is like, because, like, I will cut you off. Okay, because I'm impulsive. No, but, like, life is about joy and free expression. It's not about punishment. You know, and sometimes it does feel like it, and you will get a whooping if you don't do your work, but it's not like, oh, God is angry with me. No, you just are not in joy. So that feels like pain and punishment because you're not happy. You don't feel good. So really, when you don't do your work, you're punishing yourself. Nobody else punishing you. And you're stuck in the darkness versus living in the light. Because you don't think that you deserve to be happy and free. So the trick is in finding out the why behind why you feel like you deserve the punishment. He's the greatest dancer. Yeah. And I've ever seen. Yeah, so find out why you think you deserve punishment. I hope this isn't too long. I'm sure it is, but either y'all watch it or you won't. I'm just doing my hair, but this also let y'all know how long it takes me to get this done. And actually, I feel like this might be the shortest amount of time that it has taken, but I'm not being as meticulous as I usually am. That one time it was terrible though, but it was dry when I started. I started with it wet this time. I wonder why. He's the greatest dancer. I wonder why that I've ever seen. I wonder why. He's the greatest dancer. I wonder why. Almost done. The champion of dance. The champion of dance. Like dance period. He's the champion. Oh, I cannot wait to just go sit out here. I love being in the sun. The sun is so important. And I've been listening to Beyond Fear by Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm manifesting him into my reality because I want to interview him. And he talks about, I don't know if y'all saw it yesterday, that pipeline burst. But he talks about how, you know, when things need to change here, since we're all energy, the sun just sends a signal to energy, period. Hey, we needed this. So that's why people might take actions that hurt others or, you know, introduce more love or whatever they are. That's why, because, you know, the sun has said, okay, it is time. It's our fucking battery, you know? So anyway, okay. Now I need to pick some earrings and brush my teeth, put some lipstick on, and put on my cover up. And then went to the beach. Hallelujah. Getting the fuck out of here. Let me pull a card real quick since we're on here. Just one. Here to go with these fucking ads. Yeah, I gotta put my stuff away though, because I think they're probably gonna clean my room up while I'm gone. Oh, I got 12 million little hairballs over here. I gotta pick them up. Somebody's gonna be like, this bitch did not leave a bunch of hairballs in here. She did. That's all I'm gonna dump it. I wonder why. One more time. You're the greatest dancer. My hands have lotion all over them. The lovers. Let love in. Express love. I'm still here. You know, I don't really have a tripod, so I'm just using all the shit that I have here. Card boxes, etc. Anyway, I'm going to the beach. Let love in. Love yourself. Express love. Be a ball of sun in your own space. Okay? Bye-bye.